At a discount supermarket in Scottsdale, Arizona, Jeff and Roxy grabbed some last-minute items. You've just depleted the 99-cent store of their fantasy condoms.
All of them.
All of them.
Tonight, Jeff and Roxy are hosting a sex party, and they're not alone. Across the country, millions of couples are embracing a radical reinterpretation of monogamy.
Ooh, I like that.
They're called swingers, husbands and wives, dedicated partners, all of whom swap with others to satisfy their sexual desires. Oh my goodness. So there could be couples.
There could be couples all around. We have seen it packed in here.
But can a couple have the best of both worlds? The security of a committed relationship and the excitement of no strings attached sex? I'm setting off on a wild journey to discover what America's swingers can tell us all about life, love, and the pursuit of pleasure. Oh my God, that is amazing.
That is awesome.
This is a Roxy outfit.
America, it can be inspiring and beautiful. It can also be dark and ugly. It's so many things, but it's ours. It's our America. Marriage, to have and to hold, in good times and bad. It's supposed to be a lifelong commitment to one other person. But 1 in 3 American spouses cheat. Is monogamy the only way for a couple to live happily ever after? We are in the great state of Arizona, which is politically a red state, fairly conservative. And because of the beautiful weather, a large concentration of retirees have settled here. There are an abundance of leisure activities one can engage in. You can come and work on your golf swing, or you could just swing.
There you go. That's a great pose. And it was the distraction you were looking for.
Totally the intended result.
Yes.
That's the last.
Good for me.
That's the last time I'm helping you concentrate.
It was good for me.
Rox.
This is Jeff, and this is his wife, Roxy.
You can aim.
Theirs is a loving, committed marriage with a little extra on the side.
Honestly, I don't know that we were really meant to be monogamous. Just because society has imposed that judgment on us, are we really created to be monogamous?
Cheers. It's a good thing.
Jeff and Roxy are swingers. They're part of a growing alternative lifestyle that's redefining the very foundation of marriage. How do you respond to the people who say that this lifestyle is wrong, it's immoral?
I think swinging is a safer way to have variety in your sexual partners than straying from your marriage would be.
For decades, swinging, or the lifestyle as swingers prefer to call it, remained a dirty little secret. But times have changed. Today, there may be as many as 15 million Americans who swing.
There's a chance?
Sure. It's your coworkers, your boss. It's all around you, and you just don't know it.
Jeff and Roxy weren't always so unconventional. For 3 decades, they were the picture of traditional American success. Jeff was a doctor, Roxy a nurse. They raised 3 children, built a gorgeous home, and enjoyed a marriage that was happy and sexually monogamous for 29 years. But with retirement came newfound freedom and a desire for new adventures. So 3 years ago, when a couple of close friends invited Jeff and Roxy to join them on a swingers getaway, they accepted.
We had the most fun weekend with them. They were absolutely engaging, open, and it was really that weekend that was just an eye-opener for us.
Such a positive experience that we said, we need to look into this a little closer. So we did.
But for Roxy, who hadn't kissed another man in nearly 30 years, becoming a swinger didn't happen overnight.
Was it an instant decision to jump in?
No.
No, it was absolutely a process.
Was one of you more eager to?
Absolutely.
How did that make you feel? What were your concerns?
I admit I was a very, very jealous woman in the beginning because I didn't know that I was that secure in our relationship.
But once Jeff and Roxy decided to embrace the lifestyle, they agreed to do it at Roxy's pace.
Girls rule in the lifestyle. It's always the pace. It should be the pace of the woman. And girls make all the decisions, and it's very empowering.
Go ahead and sit up.
Retirement has never been the same.
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect.
Has being in the lifestyle made the relationship between the two of you better? How has it changed it?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't think it could get any better.
Yeah, it gets stronger all the time.
How is that?
It adds a dimension of spice and interest and variety that I don't think we would have otherwise. When we came back after having had an encounter with others, the sex with each other would be best ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly impossible to obtain hard facts on such a secretive lifestyle, but nothing suggests that swingers divorce any more or less than traditional couples.
Okay, this is bigger than most apartments. This is enormous. Do you really walk in these?
With assistance. I need an elbow.
Have you worn these out?
Yes, I have.
For years, to spice up their marriage, Roxy would dress up for Jeff, but only in private. Now that they've embraced the lifestyle, Roxy's closet has expanded right along with her sexual horizons.
Do you feel more like yourself than you've ever felt?
Absolutely. Yes.
You even changed your name, didn't you?
Yes.
So who's Roxy?
She's a free spirit. She's a confident woman, much more confident than she ever was, and expressive in my style now.
This, I would go to the grocery store in.
Because I'm blingy and it's edgy and it's perfectly long enough.
Does the name Roxy, has it taken on a new life in a way?
I guess so. I introduce myself as, hello, I'm Roxy, and they go, of course you are. Aha.
You've had your eye on that for a while.
Yes, I have. Fantasy web. We thought that would be fun to add to the party tonight. I like that.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
Tonight, Jeff and Roxy are hosting an X-rated house party. It's a private event for their lifestyle friends, and it requires some unusual accessories.
All right. I think we have enough to purchase.
Yep.
With dozens of swingers arriving in a matter of hours, Jeff and Roxy get busy sex-proofing their home.
Every bed in the house has a waterproof mattress pad already on it. And we buy extra sheets, just plain sheets, bottom sheets, that's all you need.
So do you have any sense of how many people might be utilizing this bedroom tonight? Never know.
You never know. We've seen as many as 22 people in this room at one time.
At the same night? At one night?
At one time.
At one time.
At one time?
At one time.
On this bed?
No.
Can any of us judge what defines a healthy, committed relationship? On the surface, Jeff and Roxy appear to be living life to the fullest, out of the closet and unapologetic of who they are. But can all this casual sex actually improve a marriage? Tonight, at a genuine swingers house party, I'm about to find out. It's 9 p.m. in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Jeff and Roxy's house party is in full swing. It's my first exposure to the lifestyle community, and I'm finding the guest list is full of people from all walks of life. There are doctors and lawyers, an engineer, an electrician, and a college professor. And many of them are here to have sex with someone other than their spouse.
We have breath mints, we have lube, we have rubbers.
I'm quickly discovering that swinging is more than just a party scene. The lifestyle has its own rules, etiquette, even a complete vocabulary. A full swap couple is one that goes all the way with another couple, while a soft swap couple may just kiss or fool around. And then there are the non-swingers like me, who are simply called vanilla.
You two full swap and can go privately into a room.
Private rooms. I actually do enjoy going into a room with 4 people. I enjoy watching him engage in sexual activity with a woman.
What do you like about it?
It's a turn on. It's live porn.
It's your husband.
I don't have issues with that. I enjoy it because I'm laying next to him having sex with her husband. But it's consensual. The 4 of us are agreeing to it, and it's fabulous.
You're in love with who you're in love with, and when you come into this situation, it's just sex, and that's all it is.
It's a lifestyle philosophy that's echoed by Jeff and Roxy, but with a degree of caution.
You have to be in the right place to even jump off, to even consider this.
It does not save a relationship. It can probably only harm a relationship unless your relationship is on solid ground, absolutely solid ground with great communication.
We didn't have those skills before. There are a lot of people in their 20s that are in the lifestyle and it works for them. Would it have worked for us? No.
Okay, so let me get this. It takes 3 days to get a date with you, or it takes 3 days to seal the date with you?
Yeah, I'm a very traditional person, very private, very shy.
Convince me.
For Jeff and Roxy, the experience of a lifetime together has allowed them to let go of their jealousy and insecurities and evolve into a full swap couple.
So what's that like watching the man you've been married to for almost 30 years?
Honestly, I was just so happy that he was happy. And I could make him even happier by doing that. I love being with another woman with him. Love it. It's like it's one of my favorite things.
It's actually a lot of fun. She gets lost in the moment. She has a great time. She never holds back.
But what does it do for you, doctor? Explain it. Like, what does it do to you?
It's exhilarating. I see all the little nuances that I have nurtured in her and our sexual maturing relationship start to come out in different ways, and other people introduce new nuances that I've never seen before, and that's a lot of fun to watch.
Now there really aren't any secrets, and I don't have to hide at all, and I shouldn't have to, and I shouldn't be judged. I'm sure I will be. I'm sure we will be. But I'm hoping that people that have preconceived notions of who we are, maybe they'll understand a little bit better and be gentler and kinder.
Almost 1,500 miles away in Nashville, Tennessee, the fear of judgment keeps swingers like Dale and Denise very much in the closet.
A lot of people don't want their neighbors to know or their employers to know or anybody to know because they're afraid they'll be looked down upon. Everybody's an adult. If you're a consenting adult, then as long as it's within the law, you should have the right to make your own decisions.
In the conservative religious South, the stigma that surrounds swinging forces Dale and Denise to keep their family life and their social life miles apart. It's here that I'm reminded swinging is not just for the elite. In fact, they come from all walks of life. Dale works at a factory. His wife, Denise, cleans houses to make a living.
We work to pay the bills and make it week to week, just like normal people. And on the weekends, we enjoy getting away just to escape it all for a little while. We're usually counting down the weekdays, you know, it's like, okay, Wednesday, we're halfway there.
Every Friday afternoon, they flee their small-town lives and escape to the big city for a sex-fueled swingers weekend.
My goodness, where's the bed?
Go in there.
Wow!
It's this typical American couple with a very taboo sex life that brings me here, to the heart of America's Bible Belt, the last place I would expect to find swingers.
You'll come on, what, a Friday and then leave on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We come up here Friday after I get off work, and we'll stay till Sunday morning, about noonish, and head home.
And there will be lots of activity.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I'm so
Eventful
excited.
weekend.
Yes, be very busy.
Very little sleep, yeah.
I do.
Most couples embrace swinging after years of marriage. So I'm shocked to discover that Dale and Denise have been married for just 3 years and swinging for 2.
Yeah.
But their love story begins much earlier than that. Denise first laid eyes on Dale 27 years ago at a high school baseball game.
He was my first everything, my first boyfriend, first love, first kiss, first everything. It was instant love.
The couple were inseparable until graduation, when Dale left town and joined the United States Air Force. They lost touch, and over the years, both married other people and got divorced. Newly single, they both began logging on to swinger websites, and then something incredible happened.
Oh, I was so excited that morning. I ran across this picture. I think I know you.
The next email I got was, I think we dated for 5 years. I said, I know exactly who this is. I only dated one person for 5 years, so I know exactly who this is.
You may kiss the bride.
1 year after reconnecting, the high school sweethearts finally tied the knot, committing not only to each other, but also to exploring their sexual frontiers together.
So there might be weekends when the two of you are just together, but there
Yes.
might be weekends
Oh,
where
yeah.
you are
Oh, yeah.
having sex with multiple people.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And we never know.
This newly married couple seems genuinely happy and in love, all of which begs the question, why swing?
Most people in their relationships, which it happens to us too, but you get in that same routine. Boom, 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 boom. Even sex, same routine, same position, same this, same that. Everything's the same. I mean, you can set your watch by it. Okay, this gives you a variety, and you're like, okay, it's a way to keep it new and different, even with each other.
Today, Dale is helping his wife select the dress she'll wear this weekend, something that will excite him as well as any other men she may have sex with.
Something like that.
I like to look for things that would glow in the black light.
So this kind of stuff you wouldn't wear day to day.
Oh, no. This is all strictly club wear.
How about this? What this?
I don't think so. No, that's too much skin.
I knew I was gonna get that. Oh, that one looks good.
Wow, that's pretty microscopic. That one's easy to take off too, I'm sure.
Yeah, easy.
It is. That's probably important.
Yes.
So how does it make you feel? Like, how do you feel right now?
Like a lady. I like to dress up on the weekends to remind Dale that I am a lady, and because when you clean houses through the week and you wear jogging pants all week long, and just remind him that I can wear a dress.
So when she walks out in these outfits, what do you think?
This is my wife. I can't believe how lucky I am. It reminds you of, you know what? You realize what you have a lot more.
You can be sweet.
Oh, yeah.
For a couple that has lived all their lives in a sleepy Tennessee town, I suspect swinging is more than just a reprieve from the monotony of monogamy. It's a chance to break free from the shackles of everyday life, to dress up, go wild, and feel a little extraordinary. Swinging may be an escape, but for a couple as new as Dale and Denise, is there a price to pay?
Is it the kind of thing you would recommend to married couples?
It depends on the marriage.
Right.
If you got a secure marriage and you want to try it, make sure you get your rules.
And you don't have jealousy issues. If it bothers you that your man looks at another woman in the grocery store, then don't go to the club.
It seems like this could be really dangerous.
It can be.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be if you don't have a secure relationship or you have 100% trust. Yes, it can be dangerous. It is very dangerous.
900 miles away in New York City, I've arranged to speak with a swinger whose marriage has become a casualty of the lifestyle. He's asked me to call him David and chooses not to reveal himself on camera. David does tell me that he and his wife were happily married for 9 years before they decided to start swinging.
So you plunge into the lifestyle. You're doing it regularly.
Right.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. Everyone's having a great time. It was amazing.
And then what?
I think my wife started getting jealous. She started getting jealous, and I maybe didn't pick up on it as soon as I should have. I think she thought that I was seeing somebody else after, what we were doing, I guess extracurricular activity.
Like you were developing feelings for someone?
Yeah, and, absolutely not. That wasn't the case for me at all.
Do you think she thought you were enjoying it too much?
Yes, I think that was one of the issues. I was really enjoying it. But I have to say, I didn't see that she wasn't enjoying it.
David's story confirms my suspicion that jealousy is a bigger issue in the lifestyle than some swingers are willing to admit.
Do you think swinging is dangerous?
I don't think so. I think when people communicate, you can do just about anything.
According to David, swinging wasn't the problem. Communication was.
I think it's just the key. I think it's essential in the lifestyle is really communicate. But she never said, we need to stop this. She never said we should stop this. She kind of just went along.
David tells me there's no going back. He and his wife are now finalizing their divorce. Though swinging may enhance some couples' marriages, it can also lead to jealousy, insecurity, and divorce. But Dale and Denise tell me they found a way to avoid the pitfalls of swinging. And tonight, they're prepared to show me how.
Wow, looking good. Look
Thank
at you in those shoes.
Yeah, I'll be wearing them home too. I can rock them all night.
As a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, I pronounce you husband and wife.
Dale and Denise exchanged their wedding vows 3 years ago. Since then, they've had sex with dozens of people outside their marriage. And tonight, they're about to do it again.
Woohoo! Ready? Yes.
Dale and Denise spend every free weekend here at the Social Club, Nashville's most notorious swingers club. For more than 30 years, the Social Club has been a symbol of swinger freedom in the conservative religious South. This popular, profitable club boasts more than 100,000 paying members, all of whom are encouraged to come and free their sexual inhibitions Wednesday through Saturday. Dale and Denise are here so often, they've become the club's unofficial hosts.
This is the main club area, the socializing area.
Right.
You sit down, this is where you drink and dance.
People talk and
intermingle, socialize down here.
Do activities happen down here, or do they happen elsewhere?
We have seen people bending over on the stage with their hands on the stage, and people bring whips out and was whipping them on the stage, but for the most part, it's upstairs.
So the objective in this main room is to get to know people that you might get intimate with.
Yes,
Exactly.
For those who make a connection, upstairs, the Social Club offers 13 different playrooms to choose from.
This is the Paris room, and if you're up here at the right time on July 4th and you're in the right place, you can watch the fireworks go off right over there.
Watching the fireworks on
I found
the
that
Parisian
out
room.
by being here at the right time, at the right place, and I saw fireworks.
This is the cowboy room?
Yes.
It is the cowboy room.
Every room has a different theme. This is the cowboy room, and everyone's decorated different.
Dale and Denise have had sex with other couples in almost all of these rooms. But it took time and communication to achieve this level of comfort.
You don't know what you're okay with seeing your partner do until you actually see it. Then you think, okay, I said I was okay with this, but I'm not. So that's the reason you gotta just talk it out. I mean, you don't want to yell back and forth, just talk it out. Okay, I know I said I was okay with this, but I'm not. No, I see it.
But if you do it right, it really does make your relationship stronger, I think. This is the dungeon room.
Ooh.
They used to supply the whips and chains, but they kept getting stolen.
Dale and Denise recognize the excitement of swinging as well as the risks, so they've created boundaries. For this couple, the rules are simple. They always play together or not at all.
We're always together, same room.
Yeah.
If something happens that I'm not comfortable with, I can always grab him and let him know. For me, the enjoyment is seeing each other.
Yeah.
And if that's not there, then I'm just not interested in it.
It's more than just safety. For these two, swinging isn't really about other people, but having an erotic experience together.
This is the Sibian room.
Which is basically like a saddle with a vibrator on top.
Right. It's got the different controls.
Different controls. It has control to make it spin and to vibrate. That's about halfway up. That's all the way up. It's just.
Is it a popular room?
Some nights it is. Some nights it's busy and you got a line waiting for it.
I'm sort of speechless.
We have 2 swings at the club. This is the one that's in the private room where you can actually shut the door.
Why do you have a swing in here?
Sex swing.
It's a sex swing.
Put your butt in,
I love the
your back
swing.
in,
I
your
tell
feet
everybody
in.
when we get to this point that I'm a swinging kind of gal.
Wait a minute. Okay, so
Here, you demonstrate. Hey,
I will sit in it.
okay, but is
we
the
can-
guy usually in it?
You can, or
You can.
you can use your imagination. I mean,
Because
you
you got the bounce thing going on.
You can put my feet in here.
Sorry.
I'm getting
I'm
old,
getting
remember?
excited.
It's almost too much for a married vanilla woman like myself to take in. Playing with all these random couples, why isn't jealousy a problem?
When you go to the clubs and interact with other people, it's just sex.
Yes.
This is different.
Yes.
How can it be just sex?
With everybody else, I don't have a connection with them. I mean, I don't love them intimately. It's just exciting, fun sex, and this is different.
I know she's going home with me. I know she loves me.
And I know he's going home with me.
Have you ever sort of developed feelings for anyone else that you've been with while you've been married?
No.
No.
According to Dale and Denise, once the fear of losing your spouse is gone, couples can embrace swinging in a totally different light and begin to enjoy themselves.
And who are the people who do this? Like, what kinds of people?
There's a couple here I know that's in their 60s, and we have seen a couple here that was older than that. I mean, we've seen 2 couples here.
With Walker.
Yeah.
And Kane.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Don't tell, that's going to be us one day. We're going to be that couple that comes with the walker and, hey.
On the dance floor.
You'll go upstairs.
Somehow I don't doubt that.
Letting go of inhibitions, letting go of jealousy. It's not just Dale and Denise. These are the themes that echo throughout the social club.
Have you always been this sexual?
No, I gave up sex for 15 years because I was in love with someone I could not have. And somebody showed me that being a bigger woman, I could still be active sexually. And I started again 2.5 years ago, and I haven't looked back.
To me, that's the best part of the lifestyle is the fact that age, race, size, proclivities, nothing matters. There's a lot of opportunities to do things that you would normally never even think about doing.
Like what?
Orgies, people that you would never think about. It's all about, what you're willing to do. And I don't care what somebody is willing to do, somebody else out there is willing to do it too.
Exactly.
Jeff and Roxy, Dale and Denise, the people at the social club, they all made swinging sound so liberating. But could there be consequences to living this way? I felt compelled to seek out more swinger parties. Not surprisingly, the couples I met at these soirees extolled the many virtues of the lifestyle.
Most humans have sex with other people. They just cheat. Swingers had decided to share in a sexual experience together, and I think it's very healthy.
So you two like watching each other have sex with other people?
Watching, participating, all aspects of it.
From West Palm Beach, Florida to New York City, what I saw challenged what most of us have been raised to believe about a healthy marriage, that it requires one spouse, one sexual partner living together in monogamy. Everyone I met seemed perfectly content with their alternative lives, But what happens in the swinger world when a relationship is not so secure?
If you have a wife that is okay with you being with other people in a certain setting, why would you go out and cheat? Why would you lie? Why would you be deceitful? Why would you hide things? It makes no sense.
On the West Coast, the epicenter of the swing scene is Los Angeles. And it's here that 39-year-old Charisse has always been sexually adventurous. When her last husband asked her to try swinging, she agreed with no hesitation. They jumped into full swap right away, both of them having sex with other partners. They were having fun, until Charisse says her husband started having a little too much fun.
It wasn't enough to be a swing couple, he also wanted to cheat. When he started lying and being deceitful and then getting with other couples' wives behind our backs, just became a whole nother monster.
Charisse divorced her husband. Around 5 years later, she met and married Maceo, a man who had always been in monogamous relationships. Charisse introduced her new husband to things he'd never tried before. And then she suggested something Maceo had never even considered.
So you'd never been exposed to swinging?
No, I've heard of it, but I thought it was something, people making up in their mind, something imaginary. I didn't think that was for real.
Though Charisse had gotten hurt in her previous marriage, she loved the sexual freedom of the swinger lifestyle and didn't want to give it up.
So even though your husband cheated on you and you were upset, it didn't dissuade you from staying in the lifestyle?
Oh, no. I'm such a free spirit. I see beautiful men, I see beautiful women, and it's like, wow, I choose to get with another woman, I can. And if I choose to be with a man or a couple, I can.
Honey, have you seen my gold stilettos? The sparkly gold.
I saw them somewhere, but I don't remember where I saw them.
Then I'll go with the red ones.
Outgoing and uninhibited, Charisse has been swinging for years. But Maceo is shy and still feeling his way.
I'm new to this, so to me, I'm still kind of learning, trying to understand what to do and what not to do, and make sure I don't make any mistakes.
Charisse wants to make sure that whatever the situation, Maceo feels respected.
What's it like for you to see your wife with other men?
Sometimes I feel uncomfortable. At first, we're just gonna be just with women, no men. After a while, I said, if she decides she wants to be with a man, how am I gonna say no?
To help work through their issues, the couple has decided to enlist the help of Reed Mahalko, an expert in safe swinging. Tonight, they're headed to one of his signature workshops, a kind of swing school, and I've been invited to sit in.
So tell us about what's gonna go down tonight.
So tonight's workshop is called Plays Well with Others. And we're gonna talk about and do some interactive exercises around figuring out what our needs, boundaries, and agreements are for exploring the possibility of having sex with other people.
What kinds of people take your workshop?
Lawyers take my workshop, ex-military take my workshops, bicycle messengers take my workshops, soccer moms, anybody in the non-monogamy community, polyamory, swinging, kink. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yay! A lot of people have this eroticized version of amazing sex with other people will just happen spontaneously. And that really only happens in books. I mean, you might get lucky and have a situation kind of just fall in your lap and it be awesome.
But Reed tells me effortless encounters are the exception, not the rule. And without good communication skills, couples can run into trouble.
You can have conversations with your partner about what works for them, what doesn't work for them, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what makes you feel physically and emotionally safe. That will save you a ton of emotional paperwork the next day.
To kick off the night, Reed jumps right in with advice on how to break the ice.
How many of you have ever had a moment where you want to suggest some scenario or you want to initiate the sex, but it gets awkward? Okay, so this is my formula for dealing with the awkward. You take a breath and then you say to yourself, the awkward is upon us. Do not say it out loud. You will say out loud, I have an idea. And then you suggest something that you like. Say what you like or what your partner likes so that if they say yes, you're good to go.
Reed encourages the group to practice talking openly about what turns them on.
Turn to somebody you don't know and communicate a couple of things about sex that you know really work for you. It's a quickie share. Ready, set, go.
I like anal and watching.
Giving or receiving?
I like oral sex.
I'm a big fan of making out and breath play.
Love being touched on the head.
I like sucking.
I like talking dirty and power play.
Personally, I like to be spanked.
I like to orally please a woman and being pleased myself orally.
It was pretty frank conversation amongst a group of people who had just met.
I'm finding Reed's workshop really interesting. Hearing all these different people talk about things that they like and turn them on, it inevitably provokes you to think about what you like that you may not express enough. And I would think that that would be something beneficial to any relationship.
But successful swinging isn't only about sharing what you like. It's as important to be clear about boundaries.
How important is communication?
If you're hiding stuff from your partners, especially if you're gonna try swinging, I mean, you just might as well pour gasoline on your relationship and set it on fire now. For those of you who've been in the lifestyle for a while, what are some of your boundaries?
I don't kiss.
No kissing,
No
okay.
kissing.
Which is great. That can be a boundary. I can say no kissing. I thought I had to kiss everybody. Other things.
No playing alone.
No playing alone.
No male-male interaction.
Which is kind of standard in a lot of the swing scene.
I don't like to be bit.
No biting.
It's getting late, and Reed's workshop on sex and relationships is winding down. But the evening is just beginning. Reed is hosting a private swing party where couples can act out what they've learned.
What I do classically for people around their first play parties is go and don't play. Decide to only play with each other. And they're like, but why? And I'm like, trust me on that one. If you've never played with anybody else before, that could be really useful.
So what about you? Like, what are you hoping to explore more?
Yeah, honey, what would you like more?
The party is just about to get started, but tonight's host, sexpert Reed Mihalko, is a firm believer in safety first.
You're basically gonna share when's the last time you were tested, if you have been tested recently, and what your stats were, what your relationship agreements are, if any, and what your safer sex needs or protocols are.
While condoms and lubricant were staples at other swing parties I'd visited, an open discussion about sexual history was new. It's a house rule for Reed, and he starts with himself.
4 months ago, I got tested for syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV. I tested negative. I do have herpes 1. So if you're like, I never want to get herpes ever, and you know you don't have herpes, do not play with me. I can't guarantee that I won't give it to you.
Reed's mantra of totally open communication extends beyond individual couples to those with whom they may be engaging in sex.
I prefer not to use latex barriers for giving oral sex, but if that's a necessity, then I will definitely gladly do that.
I do had a case of herpes simplex, one outbreak, actually early 2000s, and never had an outbreak since.
My last physical was March. Negative for everything.
I do have other partners, lovers, play partners, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc., etc. They give me a long, long leash.
With the safe sex discussion behind them, this group is ready to swing.
The first thing that I want you all to know is no one has to play here tonight at all. At my parties, voyeurism is participation. I don't care if you have sex. You can take a nap. I've had people play Scrabble at my play parties before. There were a lot of dirty words, but they still played. You are welcome to change your mind at any time. Just because you said yes to somebody's invitation does not mean you have to participate till the blissful or bitter end. You're allowed to say, I think I'm full, or I've changed my mind, or can we stop now, please? Honor that for yourself. We want to encourage that. Yep, training wheels are off. Music's on. The play party has started. Enjoy.
The hours of talking have made some of the participants kind of frisky.
I like to do it like this because to me it's a gender play thing. And what's really fun, if you haven't gotten to play with one before, second. Actually, would you be up for playing Lovely Assistant here?
Yes, absolutely.
Tonight, Charisse and Maceo have decided to take it slow.
So do you think that when the cameras aren't here, you might engage in some activities?
Not tonight. Just gonna sit back, see how it goes.
So you're just gonna observe?
And observe. This workshop is interesting.
What did you learn here that you didn't know before?
How to open up a little more, loosen the boundaries. I can definitely see us mixing it up. Yeah, definitely.
For Charisse and Maceo, tonight is about sharing and opening their eyes to new ways of swinging.
What's the key to a successful relationship?
Just making sure we have that love and we have that trust and we have that honesty and that we have that understanding and that no matter what, we come first in each other's eyes.
Would you say swingers are more evolved sexually?
I think what's evolved is you creating the love life and the sex life and the relationship life that you want. So what I think is unevolved is cheating on each other. What I think is unevolved is people living for 20 years not being able to speak up or have the life or the option to create the life that they want. That's what I think is unevolved.
After 5 years, Maceo and Charisse are more committed than ever to making sure swinging doesn't harm their marriage. Maceo's still figuring out what works for him and what doesn't, and with better communication, they're negotiating new boundaries.
Maybe this year, you'll get 4 butt-naked women in the bed. So you can have a white girl, Asian, a Puerto Rican.
That would be fun.
It'd be fun to watch.
So how would you describe your relationship?
Beautiful. For me, it's keeping his feelings at the forefront of my thoughts and not doing anything that I think will disrespect him or our marriage or relationship.
Back in the South, in Nashville, Tennessee, Dale and Denise are recovering from a very active night.
Dang, 3 times?
3 times.
Yay. I'm exhausted just hearing about it.
For this couple, breakfast is a time to talk openly about last night's encounters.
If you didn't engage in this lifestyle, what do you think your marriage would be like or your sex life would be like?
Probably not as often because of our busy lives. Weekends, we'd probably be sitting at home a lot, watching more TV, doing a whole lot more nothing, you know.
Would you go as far as to say that swinging has helped your marriage?
Yes, in fact, I would.
Well, plus the communication. I mean, we constantly talk about things, so that helps the relationship also.
Yeah.
The lifestyle may work for Dale and Denise, but small-town Tennessee is less tolerant. For now, these two will continue to swing far away from home and family. Back in Scottsdale, Arizona, Jeff and Roxy have just come out to their children.
And you know what I said when the kids said, "What took you so long?"
Blame him.
I was ready a long time ago. I don't like secrets.
Once again, she was right, I was wrong.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you.
After 3 years in the lifestyle, Jeff and Roxy have very few vanilla friends left. And they prefer the company of swingers even when they're not sleeping with them.
I could give up the sex in a second. I have filet mignon at home. I'm not looking to improve upon that, but I could never give up the social. Absolutely not. They're my friends.
We probably feel that way because they're a very open, honest group of people. There's nothing you cannot talk about.
Once the clothes come off, the walls come down.
And that's what the lifestyle is all about.
We talk about everything, no matter how difficult it might be to fess up or or talk about something, we've never really had secrets between one another.
And I think that's key.
More than 30 years after tying the knot, neither Jeff nor Roxy had any idea their marriage would ultimately take them here.
We believed what we were told to believe, that you marry, that you're with that one person for the rest of your lives, and only upon death or divorce do you move on. It didn't even dawn on me that this existed. I knew we had our whole life together, and I knew our life would be wonderful. I just didn't expect it to be this wonderful.
Swingers say the couple that plays together stays together. But I've learned the lifestyle only works for couples who embrace the highest levels of openness and trust. Perhaps that's the real key to their happiness, honest communication.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good. That's what it's all about.
It's a lesson we can all apply to our relationships, whether we choose to swing or not.